Welcome to CSBJ Radio. CSBJ Radio is the premier online business talk radio show in the Southeast. CSBJ proactively connects, informs, and engages its listeners in all aspects of small business. Discover the entrepreneur in you with CSBJ Radio. Now, here's your host, Greg Wilson.
Good Tuesday morning. It is August the 27th. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of CSBJ Radio. I am your host, the owner and publisher of Connection Small Business Journal, Greg Wilson. You can feel free to find us and follow us online at www.connectionssbj.com. Of course, utilizing every aspect of social media, but primarily Facebook.com. And again, that's going to be facebook.com/ConnectionsSBJ. Beautiful Tuesday morning. We had a awesome Monday night on last night, networking with other small business owners at a local business here, Loco's Grill and Pub, located right here in Columbus, Georgia. This is actually our second time hosting an event there or conducting an event there. And we're very thankful to the folks there at Loco's restaurant for allowing us to host our event there. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. This morning, this podcast is being brought to you by Target Spanish. Discover Spanish, discover French, and obtain proven results. Contact Rachel Wilcox, 706-494-5386, or www.sayolataspanish.com. Again, that is 706-494-5386, www.sayolataspanish.com. If you have some young ones, school-age children that are interested in learning Spanish or interested in learning French as a second language, we strongly advise you and would encourage you even to utilize Target Spanish. Their tagline, I love this tagline: first we learn, then we dance. Again, contact Rachel Wilcox at 706-494-5386. As we mentioned earlier, we had just a phenomenal time last night networking with other small business owners at the CSBJ Small Business Networking Mixer. Again, it was held last night at Loco's. And one of the things that was discussed last night is how to stay motivated while running your small business. We're going to be posting this article online on our website. Again, that is how to stay motivated while running your small business. I think it is very important for us to realize that when we are in small business, we are going to have those days. Those days are literally those days where, wow, I'm tired. I don't feel like going forward anymore. Things are not working out. I'm not getting any new business. Customers are acting up. Whatever the case may be, we're going to have those days. And when we do have those days, being motivated will help you to continue to keep the doors of that business open. And we just wanted to cover just maybe 6 or 7 tips this evening that we discussed last night there again at the Mixer on ways that you can actually stay motivated while actually running your small business. And number one is finding, if you've lost it, then you need to refine your original spark. Okay, find your original spark. Maybe you're in the baking business. Let's utilize the baking as an example. Maybe you're in the baking business and you have the cakes in the oven, people are calling you for pies, and you are actually tired. You're actually tired. You're tired of maybe things are not working out the way you should. But I think that we need to find your original spark. Why did you literally open up your doors to begin with? A lot of small businesses are birthed out of hobbies. They're birthed out of things that we like to do, things that we stumble across that, wow, you know what, I love this. I wonder, could this actually be a business? And if it's truly something that you love to do, we again need to find that original spark. Okay? What inspired you to start a business? Maybe it was someone you met. Maybe it was a seminar, a vision, that you had maybe while you were out of town on vacation, relaxing. But what we need to do is we need to reconnect with that vision. We need to reconnect with maybe a person that gave you the idea, or reconnect with the experience to reignite or to keep that original spark burning. Okay, so number one, if you've lost it again, find your original spark. Number two, set new goals. The goals that you have on day one when opening up a business won't necessarily be the same goals that you have 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road. You need to set new goals, working toward business goals and actually achieving them. Write down 3 to 5 short-term goals, maybe with specific deadlines for reaching them. Give yourself a timetable. Hey, I'm going to write down 3 short-term goals. I'm going to put, a specific date out there, a deadline that I must achieve these goals. Write them down, execute on them, okay? And maybe even once you execute and achieve these goals, write down maybe 2 or 3 long-range goals, all right? And what you can do to manage yourself in obtaining and reaching these goals, on a daily or weekly basis. Track your progress. All right. Data drives decisions. So once you have these individual goals written down, track your progress. What am I doing on a day-to-day basis to meet these goals? So again, number 2, if you have old goals, set new goals in your business. Number 3, and I really like number 3, and we are actually doing it even with CSBJ, and that is simply celebrating your success. Celebrating your success. Honestly, we don't care how grand that success is or how small that success is. Can we label it a success? Whether it be a new contract, whether it be, leads that are coming in, the phone ringing, whatever the case may be. We even utilize the example tonight at the networking event. If you were to land, let's say, a $5,000 contract, yes, we get, amped up about that. We dance, we, sing, we go out and we celebrate that $5,000 contract. But we skip over maybe the $50 invoice. We skip over that. All right, but it takes those small 50s to make 5,000. Granted, again, we do want, and we welcome with open arms the large contracts. But what are some of the small things that we do that can be labeled as success, that when you add it all up, actually will lead you, point you, and equal a major success? So celebrate your small and your large successes. We need to take pride in what we've already achieved. Yes, in step number 2, we talked about setting new goals. All right, if I've accomplished those short-term goals, I've written them down, I've tracked them, we've made headway with them, celebrate those successes. Recall how good it felt, maybe to even reach a milestone in your career. How did it feel to open up your doors finally after dreaming about this small business for years and years, and finally you pulled the trigger on it, finally you stepped out there, finally you took the leap of faith? Celebrate those small successes, or celebrate those successes, period. One thing that I like to do is to celebrate even on a yearly basis. If you've been in business for 1 year, that is time to celebrate with it. The amount of businesses that are actually closing their doors, with the amount of people that are folding. If you can sustain a business, all right, and in that and make money year after year, even 1 year, celebrate your successes. 5 years, definitely celebrate your successes. 10 years, celebrate those successes again. All right. Again, remember how good it felt to reach a milestone. Remember what it meant to you to be labeled a small business owner, and celebrate those successes. Number 4, seek inspiration from others. Sometimes we, especially entrepreneurs, we think that we have it all figured out. We have the drive, we have the tenacity, but I'm telling you, and even encouraging you even now, to seek inspiration from others. Never walk into a situation thinking that maybe you have all the answers. Be willing to seek inspiration from others, learn from others, listen to others in business or even in a more personal setting. The more you learn about how other successful people overcame their obstacles, the more motivated you will be to attack your own challenges and setbacks. All right, so when I'm listening to a keynote speaker, if I'm online listening to a webinar, and I'm listening to individuals that have been in business for quite some time, and they lay out before me the pitfalls that they fell into, a hint to the wise would be sufficient. If I'm listening to an individual, male, female, he or she is a successful business owner, and they said, hey, there's a dead end, up ahead. There's absolutely no reason why I would still continue to walk down that particular street. Yes, I'm going to keep my doors open. Yes, I'm going to continue to stay in business. But if they are able to steer me around pitfalls, I can learn and seek inspiration from those individuals. Number 5, say no to negativity. Say no to negativity. And I tell you, it could be a touchy tip for some. Do not put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to those individuals who believe in you. Some of us maybe think that our family, friends, people that you would think by default would support you, by default would have your back, by default, just based on that relationship, give their all to you to birth this idea, to sustain this idea. Do not fall into that misconception, because that's what it is in many cases. It's a misconception and could actually, the closest ones to you actually could breed and bring about negativity. All right, so when external events prevent you from reaching a goal, try to avoid falling into a negative mindset. Surround yourself, and this is something that I personally do. I surround myself with like-minded people, those individuals that are in business. They're fighting the same fight that I am fighting to keep my doors open. They're fighting the same marketing battles. I surround myself with those individuals. Why? Because we all have the same mindset. All right. And even in that, if I determine that, hey, this individual or individuals do not have the same mindset, well, guess what I do? I distance myself from them. Why? Because again, I am not going to feed into, I'm not going to listen to, I'm not going to surround myself and sit in negativity. All right. Surround yourself with positive influences. All right. Trade, bad news type situations, for a good motivational type book. Listen to motivational CDs. All right. Listen to motivational speakers, those that will pour into you positive vibes, positive energy to help you again to sustain your business. All right. And I would even say, hey, listen to music. Music can lift your spirits. Avoid friends and colleagues who, you see them coming. You see them coming. You hear them coming, and they breed and are full of negativity. You do not need that in business. Why? Because again, it will potentially, take away from the amount of motivation that you need to sustain yourself in business. Number 6, break out of your routine. I think I could personally can learn from that. Break out of your routine. At some point, almost every small business owner feels stuck in a rut. Have you been there? Are you there even now? To get out of yours, just shake things up a little bit. Be creative. Find new ways to tackle your everyday business processes, or better yet, and here's what I like, delegate them to a responsible intern or responsible employee. All right. Number 7, take a break. Sometimes motivation can come by you stopping the madness and taking a break. Take a little bit of time off, and this is something that I'm sure that we all as entrepreneurs wrestle with. Why? Because, we are trying to feed our baby. We're trying to help our baby grow. But take a break. take a class, read, go exercise, enjoy a long weekend without the iPad, without the constant email alerts going off. Take a break. While the business will be there, all right, for those few hours, the business will continue to be there. All right, enjoy that long weekend again. Recharge, maybe reconnect with friends, maybe reconnect with family, reconnect even with your underlying passions for the job that originally propelled you anyway to open up your doors for business. So these are some tips. These are 7 tips that you can utilize again to help yourself stay motivated while running a small business. Again, those days are coming, when, maybe you're experiencing a setback or feeling that you're in a slump. Your personal drive, very well could take a hit. Every small business owner, in order to keep that business, to the fire, to keep that foot on the gas pedal, is going to take something out of you as an individual. That personal drive that we all have could take a hit when, again, we are not maybe doing these steps to stay motivated while running your business. So again, these are some of the steps again. Number 1 was finding your original spark. Number 2, set new goals. Number 3, celebrate your successes. Number 4 was seek inspiration from others. Number 5, just say no to negativity. Number 6 was break out of your routine. And number 7 was simply take a break. Again, this is Greg Wilson with CSBJ Radio. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Feel free to find us and visit us online at www.connectionssbj.com. On Facebook, we can be found at www.facebook.com/connectionssbj. If you're looking for advertising opportunities, we do have those. Feel free to give us a call at 706-289-7863. Again, this is Greg Wilson with CSBJ Radio. Let's stay motivated while running our small businesses.